Beats here from Popternative, speaking to a member of PWHL Ottawa, Hayley Scamurra. Welcome to the show. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thanks for having me.
I mean, there's a lot to kind of talk about, but we're not going to waste time. I mean, first, game in PWHL Ottawa history. There has to be a first goal in the franchise history if it's the first game. You have that goal. You scored the first goal in PWHL Ottawa history. I feel like there's not much more to say. I mean, these are the moments that you strive to have, right?
hmm Yeah, I mean, just incredible. I think the crowd made it even better. I can't, picture a better first franchise goal to have and experience. And yeah, they were absolutely electric. It was amazing.
It's one of those things where you say you try not to think about things. This is historic. This is big for the game. This is just unbelievable and everything. And it's hard to not think about it, right? But
Mhm.
were there kind of ways to just kind of like take it day by day after the draft and like after the teams and the schedule was announced to kind of just focus on the game because there's so much around it. And I think it's a good thing in a lot of ways. Like it's good noise to have. But what was
Mhm.
that kind of balance like for you? Just kind of because there's a lot going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so true. There's little pockets where you could kind of enjoy the moment and be with like family and friends and kind of realize how cool the opportunity was. I mean, even after the goal, like I don't think it really clicked until the next day. I was like, "Oh, okay, this is like a historical thing. Like that's pretty incredible, honestly." And yeah, even the draft and everything, it's so like it was not like chaotic's not the right word, but it was just like a lot of stress. Like it was more stressful than I anticipated and again, that was another historical moment that I got to be a part of. And so I think the nerves kind of took over a little bit rather than like being able to like sit and realize like, hey, this is a really cool opportunity regardless of what happens, like just be grateful for it. And so I think once things had settled down, you had the time to kind of realize how cool everything was.
Getting to the goal, you have some time. Are you always thinking slap shot or are you thinking just get it to the net?
To be honest, I don't think I've done a slap shot in a game in a long time. I don't know what came over me. But I was just coming down. I was like, all right, let's just get it on net. Like I was not processing like, okay, this is gonna go top corner over here. I just was getting it on the net and saw that I had a screen in front and figured, had a good chance through traffic to get that in.
Over 8,000 in attendance at TD Place for PWHL Ottawa's first game. When you get that news, what are you and your teammates kind of thinking about in regards to getting that news in advance, a couple days before the game that it's going to be a big, big crowd? What is that? What's going through your mind?
We were just so excited. I think it just kind of led to the buildup of excitement, right? We were already excited regardless, but then to see that it's sold out, we were like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Like how much they've embraced us so quickly and they haven't even seen us play yet. So we were all just very grateful for it, but definitely increased the excitement for game day.
What is the kind of mindset going through this season, game by game specifically? I feel like it's a combination of enjoying the moment, and this is big and monumental for the game. But you 6 teams, you want to be competitive, you want to win, right? Is it a balance of both, where like enjoying the moment, but really kind of like be like, all right, we got to get competitive?
Definitely a balance. I think the competitiveness is so innate that
Yeah.
you don't have to really think about that part of it. I think the biggest part is being able to sit and enjoy the moment. I think the game, uh, it was so disappointing to lose in overtime. Like we're not going to lie, we're all competitors. We wanted to win that game, but I think our coach just said how proud she was of us, and just to be enjoy how much our fans still supported us. Like they still cheered for us after that overtime loss. They cheered as if we had won. They were absolutely incredible and kind of put everything into perspective that they're just excited to have us. And as long as we're putting in like our 100% every game, I think they're going to just show their appreciation for us.
Hmm.
Um, so I think remembering that too, like as much as we want to hang on the results, it's like it's a historic season in general. And so just to keep being grateful for every opportunity we get to play in front of our fans.
A tough overtime loss, a very competitive game. Obviously, kind of room to improve and tweak things no matter what, but a lot of really good things from PWHL Ottawa. The ability to go fast pace and kind of just go at it like that. Like, did you expect that game to be fast paced and physical? Like, it was a very fast paced and physical game.
Yeah, I definitely expected it to be definitely physical because that's something we've been harping on for sure. And I think I was really proud of how our team handled like the energy. I think it could have been very easy to have nerves during that game, which I'm sure we all did for a little bit, but we settled in very quickly, I thought. And it was a really like skilled, fast-paced game. Um, so not super surprised by it, but I was really proud of how we handled everything. I think we showed up really well. We had so many chances. I just think some of the bounces just didn't quite go our way, but like every single line, everyone like produced in some way and created a lot of chances.
It
So
really felt watching that game, Haley. It was like a ping pong match in terms of where the puck went. I feel like, some moments it was in, Ottawa's zone more than Montreal's, but overall, I feel like it was back and forth. It was in your zone, then it was in their zone, and back. It was pretty crazy. Do you know what I mean by that a little bit?
yeah, it definitely was very back and forth. It was definitely an entertaining game to play, and I'm sure to watch as well. So it was a lot of fun.
You have represented, your country in some of the biggest games. You Team USA, USA Hockey. What are the similarities and differences between representing USA Hockey and representing PWHL Ottawa?
I think with USA Hockey, it's such a big thing,
The
right? Like
scale,
it is,
yes.
yeah, like it's so incredible because it just you're representing your country and there's nothing like that pride, right? Um there was something to say though about our Ottawa crowd where you felt like it was your community, like your direct community kind of supporting you um and giving you that like energy in a way that was different than in like a national crowd, if
Mm,
that makes sense. I
yeah,
think there was a different level of excitement that they had, I think, to have a professional women's team here. And so that was probably the biggest difference is that you could kind of feel that like tight knit community in that arena.
absolutely. Shifting gears a little bit, we are a outlet that covers a lot of TV and film, so I have to ask, holidays just wrapped up. I'm sure there was a lot of time to kind of, spend time with family and friends, watch some stuff and everything. What are some movies and shows that you're into and that you've watched recently, Haley?
I've been rewatching stuff a lot. I haven't been watching new things lately. I'm a big Seinfeld girl on Netflix. I rewatch that all the time.
My favorite show of all
Really?
time. My favorite show of all
I
time.
Okay, I love it. I could watch it all the time.
Me, I
Yeah.
watch it all the time. Oh my
Yeah, every
god.
day.
This became like did this become like a Step Brothers moment where we just became
I
best
think
friends?
so. I think
I swear,
so.
no. There's so many. Do you quote it a lot? Like I quote it all the time.
I quote it and realize that not everyone knows it, so then I'm like, ooh, okay, I gotta dial it back a little bit.
Okay, so let me see if you get this. Is it just me or was that a lot of people at the game? Remember the gum, right? Remember the gum? Is it just me or is that a lot of gum? That's a lot of gum.
It's a lot of gum. I just
That
watched that episode, I think, the other day.
Oh my good. Oh, and also, the bottle, the bottle deposit, the whole. I can't even talk to you about the washer fluid. The washer fluid is fine. The washer fluid is not fine. Oh my god.
I have that on downstairs paused right now. That episode.
This is just made, but yes, Seinfeld. It was so. I don't get tired of that show ever.
Never. Mm-mm.
Oh my goodness. I've done interviews with people that have been on that show too. Like I
Really?
did it, yeah. So I did an interview with Dee Dee Pfeiffer, Michelle Pfeiffer's sister, actually, who is
Okay.
in the opposite episode, who plays like Victoria, the one who's like, in that remember the opposite episode
Yes.
where he's
Oh,
like,
that's a good one.
I live with my parents. I'm Victoria. Hi. Like we actually like reenacted that
And she
scene.
and she vibes with him. That's the girl.
Yes,
That's hilarious.
that's incredible. I'm so happy that you said that. Yeah, Seinfeld. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Yeah, the Netflix thing is definitely a big factor. Just being able to put it on and like every episode.
Mhm.
I just watched a Doorman episode yesterday. Remember that one?
That's
How about the
yeah.
Knicks?
Yeah.
Because I'm the doorman.
Yeah.
Oh, too good.
So funny.
There's always been this cross promotion between sports and pop culture because, actors and musicians watch sports and,
Mhm.
athletes watch TV and film and listen to music. And there's
Mhm.
always these cross promotions. Did you notice that, like, even in the university days, that that was always there, and when you play games, even USA Hockey, you know what I mean? Like this kind of like, you know, on social media, seeing people giving you all shout outs, like that cross kind of promotion, so to speak, has always been there. Is it always on the back of your mind a little bit?
Not really, to be honest. Haven't thought about that in a while. I know in the 2018 Olympics, which I was not a part of, it was definitely more prominent then. I think also because like fans could actually go to the game and things like that. I think it was a lot more interactive in that sense. Whereas like the 2022, it was definitely a little tougher with COVID and everything. So hasn't been on my mind, but would be cool.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, just going to, I'm just so happy for you and everyone on, you know, in the league. It's just incredible. I know, you know, the struggles of getting a standalone unified league. It's been kind of back and forth. We have it now. What are you looking forward to the most with PWHL Ottawa moving forward?
Oh gosh. Just having a team to consistently train with every day. I think you're going to see our skill levels skyrocket. I mean, we've been on our own for the last however many years, either in small groups or literally by yourself. And I just think being able to train with the team every single day is just going to make our product even better. And I think it's going to clearly show season to season. And even just throughout this season, I think you'll notice a difference as we get further on.
Anything you want to say right now to the PWHL Ottawa fans?
Oh my gosh. I can't thank them enough for making that game one of the most memorable games I've ever played in. I mean, if it weren't for their energy and their excitement, that game it wouldn't have been the way it was. We played that well because of their support and because of their love. And we're just so appreciative of it and very grateful for them. So thank you to all of our fans.
Naturally, there's always going to be an on to the next with hockey because the game's done and you go to on to the next.
Yeah.
Is there kind of this mindset of always trying to get it bigger and bigger? This one is going to be obviously hard and more challenging because I don't think you can get bigger than that first game. That was just insane. Everything was crazy, but it's cool to think about. Let's push it more. Let's make it bigger. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think, having a win with that crowd is going to be something pretty incredible. So we're very excited to be doing that very soon.
Yeah. Next game on Monday against Boston, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
Away though. So.
Away. Yeah. So traveling to Boston. Absolutely. No, they can check all the like. There's going to be opportunities, and games are also streaming. Some games are also streaming on YouTube as well this year, which is really incredible. So that's where a lot of US fans can also check out as well. A lot of opportunities in Canada to watch the games. TSN Sportsnet. They can check that out. Haley, so great chatting with you. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
It was good chatting with you too. Thank you.
No problem. Instagram account is just your name if people want to keep up to date, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Awesome. This has been Pop Turnative, youtube.com/Pop Turnative. Previous episodes. Until next time, this is Forward of PWHL Ottawa, Hayley Scamurra, and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Pop Turnative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Pop Turnative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.